how important is this to 2024? Maryland rarely has a seat that comes open. How historic is this?
Well, Maryland rarely has an open Senate seat, which means anytime you have one, you're going to have a lot of ambitious politicians, particularly on the Democratic side, running. A Republican hasn't won since 1980, and that was with an incumbent who was liberal, Mac Mathias, and he won a third term, and that's it. Republicans haven't won either of the seats since 1980. So you have to say Democrats are favored here, though Larry Hogan would certainly be a strong candidate for Republicans if he ran. He has said he doesn't want to run for the Senate, so we'll see.
Yeah, and that was really my next question is, like, who do you see shaking out for this seat? Is it really a shoo-in for the Democrats if Hogan runs?
I wouldn't call it a shoo-in. I would favor the Democratic nominee, probably. Now, it's possible that a Democratic primary could become very vicious and that the nominee would go into the general election wounded. But that's assuming a lot, and Democrats in Maryland usually come back together in the fall after the primary, and they win. And also, it's a presidential year, and the Democrat is very, very likely to carry Maryland. We assume it's Joe Biden. He didn't have any trouble the last time, and I don't think he'll have any trouble this time. That creates coattail for the Democratic Senate nominee, which is another reason why Hogan may not run.
Very interesting point. Any candidates that you see that are either dark horses or favorites right now? I know Angela Brooks. She's had a lot of political ambition. She's the executive of Prince George's County. If she runs, is she the front runner instantly, or are there others out there?
She would be co-front runner with David Trone, a wealthy member of Congress, Democratic member of Congress. And that would be an interesting primary, Trone versus Brooks. That would be matched up nicely. Brooks probably has more inherent support in the primary, and yet Trone has already said he'll spend what it takes, tens of millions of dollars from his own fortune. And that helps in a primary too.